going to show you a little bit about how the band as a whole works and operates. So the first thing that's really important to get is that I have the Mighty Body Band hanging and suspended from the ceiling. But you'll see through the literature and miscellaneous photos that most of the people that buy our band from around the world, they simply hook it up to their door. It works with most any door. You can hook it up to a tree, you can put it into the studs of your wall. There's just numerous places that you can use the band. So as long as we know that, I'm just going to show you the different components of the band and what it can do for you. Okay? So I have the Mighty Body Band Elite hanging from the ceiling, and the whole unit itself, it pivots. There's swivels, there's miscellaneous swivels. And this is one unit. What I'd like to do is break the unit down into its different components. So I'm going to separate the two major components of the band. So right here, where I lift this up here, this is the Mighty Body Band loop. And the other one here is the Mighty Body Band handles, which come only with the MBB Elite. Okay? So this is one system, the whole thing pivots and turns. You can use one component independent of the other, or conversely, they work interdependently. So what I'd like to do now is I'd like to break this apart so that it's easier for you to follow me in how the unit operates. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to disconnect the handles, the MBB handles, from what we call the main swivel unit of the Mighty Body Band. Then what I'm going to do is I have two other little handy hooks here. I'm going to place the Mighty Body Band handles on one, and then I've got the loop on another. So the loop, we know it swivels. You'll see I've got this what they call a white ladder lock buckle. If I just pull on this unit, I can get in it, but this unit will hold up 250 pounds of human operating weight. So what's nice is you'll see I have a tail here. This tail, right, it's about 5 feet long. That means that if I come and I put my thumb on this buckle and I lift this buckle up, it lowers the whole Mighty Body Band unit, like that. But as soon as I let the buckle back down, right, the teeth catch and it holds you into place. So right now, what I'd like to do, I'd like to retract the band all the way back up to its closed position. And then, what I'd like to do is work down. So we have the swivel unit, ladder lock buckle to lengthen the unit away. I'm going to take the tail, the slack, and put it up over my shoulder. And here you'll see where I disconnect this here. This main unit right here, from here up to here, this is what we call the PNF loop. Now I'm going to reconnect the PNF loop to the toe band, right, which lengthens the unit away from your anchor. And you'll notice there's two little yellow caps. We call these the ears of the PNF loop. So this is good. And then, so here we have a disconnecting point. And if we go to the bottom, we have another disconnecting point here. So you'll see now I disconnect this. So we know this breaks down into three main parts: the toe band, the PNF loop, and the Mighty Body Band loop itself. Okay? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my hand and I'm going to pull on this as tight as I can. And you can see when I pull on it, this is a bungee cord here. And this bungee cord doesn't stretch because what we call the static strip is intact. As soon as I disconnect, so there's a swivel hook right here, and this static strip, right, disconnects and it hangs. Now I can take my hands and I will pull on the unit, and now you'll see how it stretches down like this. So this allows me to do any of the work that I'm doing dynamically. If I want to do it statically, then I'll reconnect my static strip. And once again, it's static. So, first major part, a second component or part, and then now we're going to talk about the loop of the band itself. Now, I'm going to disconnect the loop now from the PNF loop. And I'll let the tail hang. You'll see in the loop here, there are two tails to the Mighty Body Band loop. And what happens is they easily adjust. So if I just hold it upside down for a minute, and you can see very easily how the band retracts and extends. Both sides do that, so you could potentially make this loop larger or smaller by adjusting these two tails. Now, the other thing that I want to show you is that this unit here, it breaks into two pieces. What makes the Mighty Body Band loop is two components that come together. I'm going to drop the first, and then I'm going to disconnect the second. So here you have it. You've got what we call the Mighty Body Band Lucky 8. Right here. This is the Lucky 8 that I'm moving up and down. And this here, I'll turn it around as well. You can see it's got non-slip material on one side and then fabric on another. Okay? So putting these two together make a loop, disconnecting them creates the components of the loop. Now what I'd like to do is I'm going to set this hip extender up over my shoulders. And then what I want to show you is that when I take the Lucky 8 and I reposition it to the bottom of the PNF loop here, what I have is I have two female buckles right here. So these two female buckles actually connect to the male portion. So I'm going to take both, very simple, and everything that I'm doing is actually in your MBB user guide as well. But you'll see I've just created two loops. So I actually took a single loop and then went to a double loop right here. These double loops, as we know from the tails, you can make them larger, or you can make them smaller. So this is part of the patented technology of the band. So for example, you'll see all kinds of exercises where you'll put your legs, you'll wrap these around your thighs to get some nice internal rotation to help release low back pain. You can put them around your arms, there's all kinds of things you'll see in your manual. So I just want you to see that part, and now what I'm going to do is I'm going to disconnect it and disconnect the Lucky 8 and now recreate a single loop. So I got that down. I take my Mighty Body Band hip extender, I connect one side, and then I connect the other, and there you have it. I, once again, went from a double loop to a single loop, just like that. And this is the unit. So we've gone through the Mighty Body Band loop. Now what we're going to do is we're going to talk a little bit about the handles. So we know that you can use this by itself, but you can also use it with the Mighty Body Band handles interdependently. So I'm going to let this be, and I think what I'm going to do is switch these out. So I'm going to put this here, and we'll focus on the handles now. So here, first of all, I've got a tail, just like the tail from the loop, okay? Got a tail, and I've got a cam buckle here. If I press, the cam buckle is built a little differently than the white buckle, but if I press this cam buckle, watch this. I can actually lower the handles and then retract it back up. so you see how this goes up and down, pressing the handles, lowers it, okay? So Mary will zoom back out, and then we'll leave the handles right about here. So now you can see that I've got the hood of the Mighty Body Band handles. I'm going to take the skirt of the hood and pull it up. And as soon as I do that, you'll see that I've got go slowly, two black ropes here, and then I've got a white rope, which is on a pulley here, okay? So the white rope is static, and you can see how I work it back and forth, like that. However, you'll notice with the black bungee cords, it's not on a pulley. It's static, and it's actually connected to a heavy-duty silver metal O-ring. So I'm going to take the skirt of the hood back down. It covers it up, it's out of the way, it simplifies it. You'll see you have the 4 ropes here, the 2 static and the 2 bungee. And also what I have is I have 2 little retainers that move up and down. As a matter of fact, I can grab the bottom of this and lift them up all the way, just like that. And now I can see that I've got my handles, which are connected to the static. So I have my 2 Mighty Body Band handles connected to the 2 white static ropes. I'm going to lift this up a little bit here, and then I'm going to disconnect the handles, just for a minute. So the handles are disconnected. I'm going to just set them over my shoulder, and then I want you to notice here, when I separate these, you'll see that there are the 2 bungee cords, and they have what we call these tri-rings and the 2 white static ropes. These handles very simply attach either to the 2 black or the 2 white, and that's really important. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my 2 handles and I'm going to connect them to the black bungee cord. So one handle to one black bungee cord of one side, and then a handle with the bungee cord to the other one. Now, I can pull these down, and you'll notice, watch, these bungee cords now work away from the anchor point, just like that. So, once I know that I'm finished with my dynamic work, I can take the handles and then disconnect them from the black bungee and put it onto the white static rope. So again, moving the 2 sleeves out of the way, letting go of my 2 black bungee cords, you'll now see that they're connected to the white static rope. And again, you'll notice that now it's on a pulley, right? But when I come down, right, it doesn't stretch anymore, so it's static. So a lot of my work now becomes static. So there are a lot of other fitness bands on the market. Mary will zoom out a little bit and catch the whole thing in. There are all kinds of different fitness devices in the market. There is nothing like the Mighty Body Band. So, zoom out. So unlike all the other fitness bands on the market, the patented technology of the Mighty Body Band is amazing. It allows for so many different features that you benefit. So it's one thing to have features, but it's another thing to actually benefit from them. So unlike the other devices, you've got all these dynamic components of bungee cords built into them. You can see how the band, it can be used dependently, interdependently. I can take my handles and then just reconnect it right here. So I've got, right where I started, one nice system that I use to do all of my work. So I hope this video helped you to understand how easy it is to work with the Mighty Body Band and how effective it is and working with all its different components. So I want to thank you very much, and